Fire that burned on water, a weapon so secret its formula was lost forever. This is the story of Greek fire, the superweapon of the Byzantine Empire. What was Greek fire? Greek fire was an incendiary liquid weapon used by the Byzantine Empire in the 7th through 13th centuries. It was invented by the Eastern Roman Emperor Constantine V in the mid-600s. But exactly when it was created isn't known. Historical records only tell us it happened during the reign of Emperor Constantine, who ruled from 641 to 668 AD. So we don't know if it was created in 641, 668, or somewhere in between. However, it was first used in naval warfare during the Arab-Muslim conquest of the Byzantine Empire, which started in 667. For centuries before this, the Byzantines had protected their homeland of Constantinople from invasion by land. But now they needed a way to fight back against the Arab navy. What better than a fire that burned on water? The liquid itself was mixed with water, likely salt water taken from the sea, and combined with other ingredients. It was then sprayed through tubes from catapults mounted onto the walls of Constantinople's harbor, or it was thrown into the mix of battle by hand in clay pots. Once unleashed, Greek fire burned on contact. This included enemy ships, sails, and soldiers. Its flames could not be extinguished with water, though sometimes the addition of water actually caused the fire to burn more intensely. If an enemy ship caught fire, the blaze would stick to its hull and spread to others, destroying entire fleets before they even reached the shore. The Byzantines unleashed it from every tower along the waterfront and set up catapults in rows to ensure nothing would pass through the harbor unharmed. Those unlucky enough to get coated in Greek fire often found themselves burned alive. And since it stuck to anything it touched, this included the sailors who jumped into the sea to try and escape. Though there's no record of this, it is safe to assume those who survived the initial explosion drowned in the sea as well, because the fire continued to burn even underwater. This made Greek fire one of the most terrifying weapons ever created. But it also instilled terror into the hearts of the Byzantines themselves. While it was a powerful tool for defense, it could not discriminate. And on several occasions, accidental ignition caused the death of many citizens. The secret formula, while the world knows of the devastating effects of Greek fire, what concoction of chemicals Emperor Constantine came up with remains a mystery. To this day, modern science has been unable to perfectly recreate the formula for Greek fire. So exactly what the Byzantines did invent is unknown. However, historians have come to a consensus on the likely ingredients. One such scholar is Paul Kenger, author of The Greek Fire of Byzantium. In his research, Kenger believes he discovered the original Greek word for Greek fire, pyrolakoston, meaning liquid fire. He says the formula was likely naphtha, quicklime and sulfur, plus saltpeter and some sort of resin or oil to help combine them. When these ingredients are mixed together and heated, they produce a chemical reaction, causing them to burn at around 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 1,200 degrees Celsius. Other scholars like Harry Sidebottom disagree, saying there is no evidence linking naphtha to the creation of Greek fire. Regardless, it's believed that only a few elite engineers knew how to make and use the substance. Byzantine Emperor Leo III even went as far as to put people to death if they tried to make Greek fire without permission. For decades, the formula for Greek fire was passed down orally, but nobody wrote it down. That led to its disappearance in the 13th to 15th century as the Byzantine Empire fell apart. Even after being used successfully for centuries, Greek fire eventually disappeared from history. There's no great tale of its destruction, just the slow fading of knowledge. No written record of Greek fire survived the fall of the Byzantine Empire. Any instructions for making the superweapon were passed down orally, which proved to be the weakness of the system. Over time, the knowledge of how to make Greek fire was lost. Also, production of the superweapon was complicated and required a high level of engineering knowledge, which became less prevalent as time went on. With fewer and fewer people knowing how to create it, the formula eventually died out. Historian John Julius Norwich explains why Greek fire vanished. To quote him directly, its knowledge was confined to a handful of experts whose whole time was given to its preparation under conditions which it would be difficult to discover. If any one of them made a mistake, the whole secret might be lost. Therefore, its manufacture must have been abnormally difficult. We don't know exactly when the superweapon stopped being produced. But according to historian John Haldon, by the year 1000, the Byzantines weren't using it anymore. According to Haldon, the last confirmed use of Greek fire was in 963 during the reign of Emperor Nikephoros Phocas. During that year, the Byzantine army used the substance to repel the Arabs. After that, references to the deadly liquid almost vanish entirely, with the last mention coming in 1204 during the Fourth Crusade. But by this time, Greek fire was little more than a legend. Despite all the research done on Greek fire, much of what we know comes from legend. Many theories have been proposed about how Greek fire was created. One theory states the inventor of Greek fire was a man named Callinicus, who was an alchemist from Heliopolis. Some scholars have linked him to King Solomon, the legendary king of Israel. However, the connection is weak at best, and there's no real proof of Callinicus's existence. All we know about him comes from a letter written in 1244 by the Archbishop of Tyre. He said the following: "In the city of Heliopolis, not far from here, there lived in ancient times a philosopher called Callistus, who, having learned the art of alchemy from the depths of his wisdom and skill in this area, contrived and composed a certain medicine which could cure all illnesses. Now this medicine was prepared in a vessel with 7 seals, and the vessels were made of lead sealed with an alloy of 7 metals. And whoever wished to prepare this medicine had first to grind in a mortar the heads of 7 serpents and mix them with the medicine. But he who prepared this mixture was consumed by fire before he could apply the medicine. That doesn't sound very healthy." Other legends claim the recipe for Greek fire is hidden away in ancient monasteries inside a book called the K Tome. It's rumored to contain secrets of alchemy and other forbidden knowledge. However, that's just a legend, and there's no proof such a book exists. Some sources claim the Byzantine emperor received Greek fire as a gift from God. In fact, some say it was a curse sent to punish the Byzantines for their sins. After all, the superweapon only lasted as long as the empire itself. Either the formula was lost when the empire fell, or it was taken away when Constantinople was sacked in 1204. Maybe there is a grain of truth to the legend, maybe not. We may never know. Greek fire is one of history's greatest mysteries. From the moment it was created until the moment it vanished, the superweapon fascinated and horrified those who witnessed it. Ancient accounts tell of battles where entire fleets were wiped out and soldiers were burned alive. But the Byzantines kept their invention a secret. Even as they unleashed it again and again to protect their homeland, they never revealed the formula. To this day, scientists are baffled by the complexity of the formula, and historians argue about its origins. Whether it was a gift from God, a curse, a scientific breakthrough, or a combination of everything, we may never know. But perhaps that's for the best. Imagine what would happen if someone recreated Greek fire today. The damage it could do is unimaginable. Perhaps it's better left to the pages of history. Greek fire saved an empire and then vanished without a trace. It's a reminder that even the greatest inventions can be lost to time. Was Greek fire lost science, or a weapon that was never meant to survive? Only the Byzantines themselves know the answer. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel.